Hi, and welcome to another episode of Tech Tuesday. Today we're going to be going over iPad basics. Now, since there are some differences between the very newest model iPads and older iPads, we will be covering both when applicable. However, I only have an older model iPad available to me right now, so when there are differences between the two, we're just going to be talking about the newer iPads and how you accomplish the same actions with them rather than being able to show it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be talking about is sleeping versus powering off and the difference between the two. When you just press the power button on either model, new or old, of iPad, it just puts the device to sleep. It doesn't actually turn it off. The power button will likely be located in the top right of the device. You just tap it and it will put the device to sleep. I am not going to be doing that here because that will end the recording, but you just tap it, the screen will go dark, and then when you wake it back up, either by pressing the power button again or the home button or tapping on the screen, if you have any sort of security feature, it will ask you to log in, and then you'll be back into the device. To actually turn the device off, though, for an older model iPad, you have to hold down the power button for a while, and then you get the slide to power off here. And then once the slide to power off graphic comes up, you slide it and that'll actually turn the device off. For newer iPads, you have to hold the power button down along with either volume up or volume down until the slide to power off appears, then slide. Okay, so the next thing is how to go to the home screen. So on an iPad, you can just tap on these icons here to open different apps. And you want to be able to get back to your home screen, which is this screen right here with all the apps on it from them. So on the older iPads, all you have to do is press the physical home button in the bottom middle of the device, and you go back here. However, one of the big differences between the old iPads and the new iPads is that the new ones don't have a physical home button. So what you do on those is you have to swipe up from the bottom of the screen twice. If you swipe up once, it just takes you to whatever the last thing you were looking at was. But if you do it twice, it will bring you back to this home page right here. Okay, so basic navigation. The big thing with iPads is just it has touch controls, so you're just swiping, which just means that you're placing your finger on the screen and then either moving it left or right, just swiping to navigate that way. Or if you're on a page that you can scroll up and down, doing that toward the top, or, well, top or bottom, bit up or down to scroll up and down a page. To open applications or to, say, follow links or what have you, you just need to tap. So again, to just reopen Safari right now, I just tap on the Safari icon, which is in the lower left corner of the screen here, and it opens the Safari app. And then again, on this older iPad, to get back to the home page, I just press the home button. So on pages with text, you can tap and hold to select some text on it. So we'll go back to a different page on Wikipedia here, and I'll say that I wanted to copy paste some of the text here. So just tap and hold, and you see how the little blue outline appears and it has the handles on each side. So if I want to copy that, I can just press copy, or if I want to copy more text than that, I can grab or put my finger on the handle and then just move it, and then select more text, and now I can copy this if I'd like. So to rearrange apps on the home screen here or the additional pages here, you just tap and hold on a particular icon, and then you see edit home screen comes up here as one of the options. You just tap on that. You see a little X appears next to all the apps that are not default apps. You can't delete the default apps. So I can delete any of these I want, or to move them, I just hold on the rest of the body of the app, and then I just slide it around wherever I want it to go. If I want it to be on a different page, I just go to the edge of the page and it'll flip, and then I just let it go wherever I want. And then since it's not where I want it, we'll just go ahead and move it back right over here. a little tricky sometimes to get it on the edge. There we go. And then I just press the home button again to get rid of that, and we are good to go. Okay, so say that there's text on the page that is small and difficult to read. If I want to zoom in on something, I can just put 2 fingers on the page and then reverse pinch. So basically just move them apart. And it will zoom in. And then I can reverse that motion, two fingers on the page, and then move them toward each other, pinching to zoom back out again. So to load new apps onto your iPad, you're going to want to probably go through the App Store. The App Store icon you can see on this page is in the bottom row of the apps, not on the taskbar at the bottom, or not the bar at the bottom, mind you, but in the main body of the apps, the blue app right here that says App Store. So basically middle left of the page. So to open it, I can just tap on it. And then the App Store offers different ways to browse apps. But if I know there's a particular app that I want, I can just hit search in the lower right corner here, just tap on it, and then tap in the search bar up here, and then just enter the name of whatever it is I want. So I think we already have Libby on this. Libby is one of the apps that's available for Overdrive, which does ebooks and audiobooks. So you see, I can either just search for Libby, or I can tap it as the result right here, and it pops up right there. So I already have it, but it needs an update actually. So we're not going to worry about that right now. But if we didn't have it, it would have Get next to it, like all these other apps that it shows on this page, and then I would just tap on Get and get it. So settings is where all of the various options you have for how your device works are. And that's it'll look like sort of a gear icon, and you can see it in the bottom row of the main body of apps here toward the right. So this one right here. And again, to open it, you just tap on it. And then all the various areas of settings are on the left here. And you can just tap on one. And this is a useful one because this is how you connect to Wi-Fi networks. And then you see it gives you different configuration options on the right here for each of those areas. Okay, so iPads do not automatically close apps once you minimize them by pressing the home button or using the double swipe from the bottom technique for the newer iPads. It has all of them still open in the background. Now, people say that the memory management of the iPads has come a long way since before, and they aren't actually using up memory in the background and slowing down your device. That may be true, but it's still worthwhile to know how to force quit apps or just see what all you have open in case, say, an app crashes or is crashing and you need to close it that way, or if you just want to see what all you have open at the moment. On the older devices, all you have to do is double tap the home button on the bottom middle. So tap, tap, and you see everything I have here. To force close any of these particular apps, I just take it and just swipe it up. Take it, swipe it up, swipe it up, swipe it up. And now I don't have any apps open. On the newer devices, you have to swipe up from the bottom as if you were doing the home button motion, but you need to hold your finger there for a moment, and then the various apps you have up will come up. Then you can swipe them away the same way to force quit them. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to cover, which again I'm not going to be able to actually demonstrate because it will actually reset the device, is how to reset the device. So for older devices, you're having some serious problem with the device. It's not responsive. You can't get it to turn off. Well, your last resort at that point is a hard reset. And you accomplish that by holding down the power button and the home button together for 10 seconds. So the power button on these devices typically is on the top right of the device, and the home button is on the face bottom middle. So you just hold both of them down for 10 seconds. You should see the Apple logo pop up just on a blank, otherwise blank screen, and then the device will restart. For the newer ones, it's a little more complicated. You have to tap volume up then tap volume down, then hold down the power button. And then after 10 seconds or so, the device should restart. Okay, that's about it for the very basics of working with your iPad. If you like this video, please check out other videos on the playlist or on our YouTube channel generally, and have a nice day.